We ain't had no dirt bike tracks and shit like that where I come from. We had to ride on this, the payments. I actually didn't even take the shit serious. That shit was just like, it was like fun to me. I like to stop through my hood just to show the kids where I come from that it's more to where we come from, because there's a lot of bad things and stuff like that going on around us. But when we riding together, you might got 5 or 6 guys that's beefing with each other, little hoods beefing with each other or something like that. But while we on bikes, really don't, none of that shit go on. That's why we always say bikes bring bonds.
From the time he came out of his mother, I was there when he came out. His father was in jail for the first 5 years of his life.
Hey, this is hard, though. Just growing up here, I mean, you see, like I said, you see a lot of shit in front of your eyes, the street shit, killing, gun violence, and stuff like that. And it helped me become who I am, how to adapt in a lot of other places. Baltimore created my mind to be the way it is because growing up here, we ain't really have access to a lot of things. So we had to grind. So it really just put me in a mindset of having to grind at all times. And when I got in the field, when I started riding dirt bikes and the shit started to get me popular and things like that. My first bike was a Pep Boys bike. Then after the Pep Boys bike, I started jumping on like regular bikes. After my Pep Boys bike, I had got a XR 50. I ain't really looked back after I got on 450.
Brought him his first dirt bike because they had the little dirt bike bound Pep Boys back then. I brought him that. From there on, he been riding bikes. And then sometimes it scares me, especially when he had his first accident and cracked his nose. I think he's like 14. I think he's like 14 years old then.
Right, when you fall down, you get right back up. That's what I was taught. So, you know, my main thing was like, shit, I'm getting back on this motherfucker, especially from where we come from. My mother, she even know how to ride dirt bikes. You know what I mean? My father, he know how to ride dirt bikes. So automatically from pedal bike, I was automatically gonna get on a dirt bike. I was automatically gonna have a dirt bike. The key moment for me with taking the dirt bike shit serious was really when I met Meek. And then when we first met, the first thing he said out his mouth was like, yo, I wanna help you take this shit to the next level. He had called me to Philly like a week or 2 after we met, like, yo, come ride in Philly. So I went up there, rode in Philly with him and shit. We was riding all night. We was riding till like 3 in the morning. We was on his block, came back to Baltimore, and I wanna say like another week after that, he was telling me like, yo, I need you to come to LA. We were shooting something like Young and Reckless or something. And then after that, shit just was taking off. The crazy thing is, the first meeting I had with Monster, the shit wasn't even a meeting. It was a ride. They met me and Meek in Miami. He was recording Dreams and Nightmares, the intro. They had met us at this track and shit. We was riding and Meek had posted like, yeah, bring the bikes out, we right here. We got to the Sahr shit, Meek was recording the album, but specifically he was working on the Dreams and Nightmares intro. Then after that, conversation. It was just conversation from there. And then I want to say lawyers and shit got involved, and then contract was settled, and we just moved on. Me being able to turn the shit into something and help other kids where I come from make it, or even just make some money off of it, that shit just, it sit great with me, you know what I mean? And then Monster being a part of it and helping me taking the shit to the next level and helping me being able to turn this shit into a sport is just like, that's epic, you know what I mean? And then being the first to do it is just different. I never expected to be in no movie coming from where I come from and then doing what I do, like riding dirt bikes and no shit like that. So 2015, I went and sat down with Jada Pickett and Caleb Pickett at their house in California and shit. Filming it for me was major because coming from where I come from, being in the movie and then riding dirt bikes in the movie and shit like that, that was huge for me.
And when I see him on TV, I look at him and I remember him as a baby and growing up. And I said to myself, I thought that kid wasn't gonna make it because he could have been another statistic.
What made me realize it was me when I got shot. I got shot in my head 2 times. One grazed me, bullet still in there. And my brother got killed, I want to say a couple months right after me, but right before, 2 weeks before my brother got killed, our artist, Lil Scooter, got killed. Because, we go through a lot of shit in these communities, and 9 times out of 10, we just block the shit out. So bringing it to the forefront and dealing with it and really mentioning and being able to talk about what's really going on throughout your life, that's when you overcome the shit, really. Bike life is definitely therapy for me. I feel like I can be going through anything. I can be going through anything, have anything on my mind, and that shit'll just like relieve stress. or just relieve whatever I got going on, and I just feel free. Bike life, they look at it like a negative thing because of where we come from and how we ride, but it's actually a positive thing because I feel like on Sundays and shit like that, when everybody riding, it's keeping kids off the corner, it's keeping older people off the corner as well. You know, there's a lot of people on bikes, and probably 100, 150 deep. Sundays in Baltimore, for me, that shit just be like one of my fun days, really. That's like the day I take out to have fun, ride with the pack. For sure, it's always anticipated when the GOAT come out.
That's where that shit was originated from, man.
For the Baltimore bike life. We originated the style, the swag, everything. These guys create tricks and do everything they want to do, but at the end of the day, they can't look like us when they do it, you know what I'm saying?
My whole goal with my brand is I don't want my shit based strictly off bikes. I don't want my brand to be a dirt bike brand. Of course, I ride dirt bikes, so you're gonna know it's related to dirt bikes, but I want my shit to be fashionable. People wearing it in the clubs, people wearing it just anywhere, not only when you get on dirt bikes. I just feel like fashion and bikes and shit like that, I feel like that shit is just like under the same umbrella, really. Who don't want to see me on the bike, you know what I mean? If you ain't never seen me, you definitely want to see me, so even if you did see me, you never get tired of seeing me on the bike. It should just look different every time, you know what I mean? I like to shout out all the top up-and-coming riders. You know, we got riders in Baltimore, New York, Cleveland. What we got? We got Willie Wayne, Grape.
Yeah, it mean a lot, bro. It mean a lot. It mean everything for real. Because, you know what I'm saying? He really started as a kid. He put that shit, he put us out there, bro. He got us out there.
I wouldn't even say I did that, though. We all did that, you know what I mean? This is a Sunday thing, where we from. The rewarding part of my journey, I would say, with bike life, I would say just how far bike life has took me and how far I know it can take other people. So, you know, that's why I said my main goal is to help turn this shit into a sport, help other people get sponsors, get deals and things like that. They can take care of their family like I'm doing. Because when I was growing up, I had to see the people that I looked up to and shit on the TV. There wasn't nobody gonna be in my hood that was famous. I just be wanting to show them. Like, you might ride down the street, somebody ride past, oh, that's Chino, I wanna take a picture of this and the third. That shit, that feel good, you know what I mean?